Hey guys, welcome to Quinn's Tree Farm. Coming to you from Cornville, Maine, straight through the power of YouTube. Gonna finish up the transplant bed project today. Have 100 seedlings that we're gonna put into a raised bed that I didn't get in the big bed. We'll see how they grow in that, maybe get a little bit more control over them. And it'll be a nice little project for people to see when they come get their trees in the winter time. Gonna go ahead and put the cover over the seedlings in the seedling bed and move along from there. As per the usual, windy but absolutely beautiful today. Not a cloud in the sky. It's a really nice Maine day. So stick around and let's get to work. All right, 4x8 cedar raised garden kit. I'm gonna put this together. It says we need 25 cubic feet of soil. I got 3 yards, so this is where the seedlings are gonna go. Right here in the north field. Got these raised garden beds just down to Home Depot. They were like, I don't know how much they were. They were like 80 bucks a piece or something. And they're a very simple cedar raised garden bed. And what they use is they use a mortise and tenon joint, dovetail joint, where the mortise is the female end, which is on the post that you slide into, and then the tenon is the dovetail portion of it that is on the cedar board. And they work very well because they lock in to each other and they just slide right down. Now, I quickly came to the conclusion that I wasn't going to be able to get all my trees in one bed. And my wife had bought 2 beds, and one was for me and one was for her. And I ended up using both beds. And that did not go over well with my wife, and there was a little bit of consternation there. So I need to go down to Home Depot and get her another bed for her gardening stuff. I love my wife very much, and I'm very lucky to have her, especially in this business venture. But word of advice, don't take their raised garden beds. Okay, step 1, I don't know if you can see it if the camera's in there, but keep those, we got to keep the seedlings under wraps. We got to keep them moist. A little nervous about that. And we're just going to do it like we did the other one. Gonna be a lot easier though. I don't think I need the shovel so much. I'll just put them in, try to keep them lined up where the lines are. I'll pack it down Only have 100 to do, so this should be hopefully pretty quick. I'll speed it up for you and we'll get back to the business. So this topsoil came from Quinn and Sons out here in Skowhegan. It's good topsoil. It's got some sand in it, some earth, and they do put fertilizer in. I don't know how much, but I like them. They're fair priced, and we'll see if these grow better with the topsoil than they do in the seed bed over there. And then the other thing we're doing is these are going to be in full sun. They're right on the edge of the north field, out for everybody to see. I thought it'd be a good project that people could see and ask questions for and where they're at. And yeah, so started out with the same layout of the 8x8, and as you can see quickly, I gave up on the shovel and I used my iron rake there to make holes for these seedlings. It was much easier, but I ended up having to double up, so I ended up going to a 4x4 pattern on these to get the seedlings in. I clearly had more than I thought that I had, and then we just took the chips and put it over the top, and it looks really good. And we'll keep going throughout the summer and see what's going on. If you can see, that's my wife yelling at me on the phone. I love her very much, and she is my rock when it comes to this business, and I'm very lucky to have her. But again, she did not appreciate me taking her raised garden bed, so I have to go down to Home Depot and get her another one. So I'm just using the wood chips that we had from other projects around the field. And what the goal is that they're going to maybe give a little bit of a barrier so that weeds don't settle into the bed, and they'll try to retain moisture. Now, other materials to cover the bed have been suggested, have been sand. My tree mentor, Len, suggested sand, and then I know that the case uses straw. They have a really cool machine that spreads out straw over the top of their seed beds from the tractor, and we'll do something to cover that. But the goal behind it is to keep the weeds out and keep the moisture in. And all we're doing here is I'm running just a line down in between the rows and then spreading them out. All right, the bugs are crazy. They all hold up, I think, in those chips, and then, of course, when you stir it up, they all root about. Even with that bug spray on, it didn't work too well, and it wasn't very comfortable, so I'm calling it quits for now. And I'm heading home to take the dog home. So that is about the end of the seed bed, tree orchard, tree garden, whatever you want to call it, tree garden, for now. We'll see how they grow. I saw a few that were getting green, so they're living and they're ready to pop. We got a couple of other things coming down the pike, and I know you're going to want to stick around and see those. So even when the bugs are bad, you know I'd really rather feel bad in Maine than feel good anywhere else. So there we go, my friends. I'll see you soon.